Hey everyone, this is Phil from Vision Landscapes. I'm going to take a couple moments of your time and talk about helmets and their safety features and communication systems and why they are so important in today's day and age, especially in the arborist world, right? So this is actually my very first helmet I bought about 4 or 5 years ago now when I started getting serious into tree climbing. Not even tree climbing, just ladder climbing at height. I was like, man, I'm on top of a 16-foot ladder. I should have something on my head. I bought a roofer's harness, never used it, and I bought this helmet, used it for a little bit. Looked great, so people were like, whoa, you look like you're taking things seriously. I didn't have any mesh on this helmet or earphones. It was just mostly for feeling safe. James introduced me to the Protoss helmets the following year. What I really like about these ones is that they have an integrated mesh that works fantastic. So whenever you're hedge clipping or you're chipping behind a chipper, it's really easy just to put it down. It's probably the best belt helmet in my opinion, just for complete style, functionality also of the headphones flopping into the back of the helmet right over here. Let me see if I can get that to work. See, they tuck in real nice. And the overall comfort, good vents, fantastic helmet. So I've been using the Protoss Integral Helmet Climber Edition for the past 4 years now. So the chin strap on it. They have a ground edition that doesn't have a chin strap, but I highly recommend getting one that won't fall off your head. Now, I mentioned communication. So typically in this industry there's a lot of loud saws going on. We have wood chippers, we have tons of stuff making a lot of noise all the time. And it's somebody along the way, it was not me, somebody along the way said that this would be a fantastic way to speak to each other. You should add some motorcycle intercom. So Sena is the biggest player in this market. They make these intercom systems that you'll clip onto your motorcycle. It's one of the fantastic ideas of saying, hey, let's work them onto these helmets. So this is like the remnants of what the intercom system was on this one. Hint, I'm changing that to something new, and I'll show you that in a couple minutes. So it's a system of wires, and essentially you're going to go through a helmet and you're going to cut holes into the earmuffs, and you're going to stuff the earmuffs with some speakers, and you'll wire in the boom mic, which can be either mounted here, or some people have it mounted straight out of the headphone. I did that for a couple of years. You can also have like a little smaller microphone that you can tuck right up in here. There's different ways. Long story short, these earmuffs here, once they get loaded in with all these extra, I'll show you. Once you get this in there, I really find the ear pro goes down. I really find you don't get the same level of ear protection as you would beforehand. Now I think Protoss would rate their helmet for 26 decibels. I don't think it's quite there anymore whenever you've packed it with speakers and other things. And drilling holes on top of that. Not that makes a huge difference, but I think it does. That being said, we love porting our saws. We got tons of ported chainsaws. We got big chippers. We got bigger chippers on the way. We're running diesel equipment all day with the lift, and we're, you know, like the expression, you're aching for something. Well, we're earring for better ear protection, and then we discovered this. So this is also made by Sena. It's called the Sena Talk M. And it is an over-the-ear integrated system that's one clean wire. You don't need to splice into a bunch of different things, and it's built into one. And I was like, look, this has to be better. And I can tell you for a fact, our whole crew has been using it nonstop all the month of April, and we absolutely love them. Now I'm going to go through today on an install on how to make this fit onto a Protoss. Now it's not as easy as you think. It's not as complicated as you think either. So bear with me a few minutes, and we're going to go through how to properly install this onto the very famous Protoss helmets. A lot of the industry use this helmet. So let's just get right to it. I've done this 4 or 5 times already this year, so I don't need to read the instructions. So when you buy this from Sena, actually I bought mine from Maple Leaf Ropes. They gave me a good deal because we bought 6 of them. So tell them I sent you. You'll get this bracket, right? This bracket over here, I've tried it on a cask. It does not work great. This is a bracket I think that would have to go like on a classic hard hat, and like for more of like a construction job site. So this bracket, you gotta pop it off. You gotta get a special bracket, also sells maple leaf ropes, that will integrate directly. It's made by Protoss, and this is actually made for 3M headphones. Now the 3M circles over here will actually be round. These here on the Cenas are ovals. So I'm gonna show you a little hack with some tie wraps, a drill, and some pliers on how you can avoid them sliding around, because this round oval will have a tendency of moving around a lot more than the 3M Peltor headphones would. We looked at 3M Peltors and a few others that could hypothetically be compatible with this, but overall we were very happy with the Cena system. We like the mesh intercom system as well, where everybody could be talking at the same time. And we had already some crane operator headsets as well that would all sync. So for continuity purposes, we decided to continue with Cena, give them another shot. So like these motorcycle intercom systems, we have yet to find a system that's lasted more than a year. It seems like they've always just burned out or had issues with wires getting ripped, or one speaker dead, or microphone not working, and then you gotta change the parts. Sometimes you gotta change the whole unit. And thankfully, they've only been like a couple, like between $200 and $300 each. We tried 2 or 3 different kinds of units in the past years. These are $600. These are expensive. But if you can get better Ear Pro, which I know they are because we've tested them, and if you can hopefully get a full year or 2 out of them, I 100% think you're in your money. I'm expecting great things from these. All right, what else have we got in here? So far, so good. So here you have a boom mic that you're going to install. Goes in quite easily. There you go, that's locked in place now. So boom mic is installed. There's a little arrow. That's fairly easy. Okay, so let's start by stripping down this helmet. Now this helmet we had essentially installed with all these previous Cena components. This boom mic, we had put a tie wrap in the front of the helmet over here to keep that installed. We're just gonna rip that out. We can go right ahead and we can just pull it. Alright, so here you go. This is the old system. So essentially we spliced it into the old earmuffs. These earmuffs would still be able to tuck in behind your ear, but as I said before, I really do think that the Ear Pro and the total dB decibels of sound protection had diminished because of what we had to integrate inside of there. And that's okay if you're climbing trees and you're not really running loud saws, but whenever you're behind a chipper all day and whatever, it's nice to have a different option. So these Cenos over here, look how thick they are. Everything is built in already. You're not splicing any extra, you're not cutting any extra holes or anything in there. They sit really comfortable over your ear. Unfortunately, they will not tuck in behind your helmet. I thought that would be annoying, but after a full month of use every single day, I don't find it annoying at all. And I can 100% tell you that the ear protection is a lot better. A lot better. You can barely hear out of them, which is maybe not always a good thing. Sometimes you like to hear what's going on around you, but it just takes a bit of getting used to. I really enjoyed it though. Okay, great. So these headphones come with just one continuous wire. So whenever you have it charged, it's going to charge both at the same time. And you don't have to worry about like taping it or splicing in another microphone. Everything is really integrated cleanly together. I really enjoy that part. So these are actually made, like I said, by Protoss for 3M. And we're gonna do a quick little hack here, okay? So take a drill and take a thin little bit. And essentially what we're trying to do is you have a gap here. And what we're trying to do is we wanna thicken. We need to thicken this up because this earmuff pin is gonna roll around inside of this little slot. So we wanna thicken this up. And to thicken it up, we're gonna be inserting a tie wrap. And we're gonna insert it at a very specific spot. So here, what I did is that I drilled two little thin holes into the bracket. I'm gonna put a tie wrap through there. And all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to thicken up that hole, just that extra millimeter. That's all you need to keep that thing from rolling around. I've made this yellow just for, well, it's the only tie wrap I had with me, but also it's gonna be very visible, and for the purpose of this video, hopefully it'll be very enlightening. So, let me do that again on the other side. So the smallest tie wrap that you'll find, they're about like 4 inches long, 3 millimeters thick, wide about. That's what you need for this application. Tighten that, cut off the excess. Okay, so this is the right bracket. So the the Protoss 3M bracket has this weird little clip on the bottom. I just left it there. So now I can insert my bracket into here, clip it on one side, clip it in on the other side, and you'll see there's not a lot of movement. Now, if I was to just do it without the tie wraps, see how much movement and how easy that is? So that's always riding up and down your ear, and it's quite annoying. Now with that one tie wrap inside of there, I can barely even move it. Now once you have it set to your head, it's perfect, because I always gonna go back to the same spot. So this is one quick little hack that I came up with to compensate for this loose. And that's the only way how you're gonna be able to have it sit properly on your head. So let me go ahead and pop out the earmuff and finish drilling this bracket as well. So once again, I'm holding it, if you will, like this. If this is like the right side, this is upside down, and I'm drilling 2 small holes just in the top. See how that's thickened up in there? That's all you need. We're trying to thicken it up just by that little amount so that the bracket does not slide around too much. And that's one little tie wrap, that's all you need. Perfect. And now the easy part. So you want to have your microphone system on the right side, all right? And that's just how it comes. Very easy. These are just easy clip-ons and they'll slide right into your helmet. Click, you're in. Make sure your wire orientation is behind here. You'll add a piece of like Gorilla Tape or something on the inside just to keep that wire nice and tidy along the back, but it's one wire application, super clean. There we go, that's clipped in there. So what's a lot of fun about just communication systems in general is that you're not yelling, you're able to speak to each other with loud equipment on. It does a ton for efficiency and a ton more for safety. It's a critical part of our everyday operations. If we did not have comms, like I guarantee you some days we'd just not go to work. It would just be too hairy. There you go. So now you can still adjust it a little bit. I can barely even hear myself talking through here. And able to clip this over here. Set it just to where you want it. We also found that these headphones, these earmuffs, like they don't hurt the side of your head as much if you're wearing glasses or sunglasses underneath them. So that's a nice bonus compared to the old founder one. So they're not going to be able to slide up. You won't be able to store them away in the back of your helmet. You can pop them off like this if you need to. Put them back on. Very comfortable. So far we really like them. We've been using these for a month. And so pretty much I've built this helmet as a spare for anybody that might join us for the day. One thing you're absolutely going to need to do, you're going to have to plug this in and you have to do a firmware update 100%. There is a glitch going on with these units. If you don't do it, might drain your battery off a lot quicker than expected. My helmet personally was killing the battery after 4 hours. I was super disconcerted and upset, but then I asked Maple Leaf about it and they said, oh, you have to do the firmware update, and I did, and since then we haven't had any issues with that. So there's a nice mute button. It works on Cena mesh, right? So other Cena communication systems like the SMH10, you'd have to have like a maximum of like 4 users and you're like connecting through Bluetooth, and it's very temperamental. The mesh, you just turn it on and it'll sync. And if you have like people that are spaced apart, we did this one job site once where we were very far apart. It kind of works in like a chain, right? So like you're gonna, if you're far away from the furthest person, if there's people in the middle, it's gonna help you be able to still speak to that person that's so far away. It kind of works. Don't ask me too many questions on that. I think it's like a chain gang, but it works. There's a mute button, volume up, volume down. The Bluetooth on the phone, I don't really like it on this unit. Whenever you're speaking on your phone, as soon as you connect back to speaking with your squad, there's a half second where the squad volume is a lot louder. So I just deactivated the Bluetooth while I'm speaking to the guys because I don't want to always go through that complete noise chain. So if you're on your phone and you close it and your phone has like a click on it, whenever you close your screen, that click is going to be a lot louder through the Bluetooth of your phone. So I just deactivated that. I have a secretary now that answers all the calls. I don't have to do that anymore, so I don't need to take the calls through my helmets. So I can just talk to the guys, focus on work, and get a lot more done. What's fun about having communication on your helmet is you can, like I said, you can be so much more efficient. If you need something from the front yard, you can quickly mention it and someone's going to bring it. You don't have to yell it or wait. The amount of money, like these helmets, you know, they're probably worth over $1,000 each. Like the shell's $400, this is $600, the bracket is $50, $60 or whatever. They're worth over $1,000, but the fun it can bring you just by talking all day with the guys. And even if we're just hedge trimming, we're wearing our helmets. It's just a safe thing to have a mesh in front of your face if you're chopping a hedge, if clippings flying around. We just take things, if you've never really worn a helmet hopefully if you're doing tree work you are, but if you never, even if you're hedge trimming, if you've never really worn a helmet and you want to stand out, show to your clientele that you take safety seriously, try it out. You might really enjoy it. So this is the Sena Tough Talk M. I'm going to go and charge it up tonight. We need it tomorrow. I'm going to do the firmware update on it too. They are fantastic units, and this was the little hack, and hopefully it may be a help to someone who is looking to incorporate it into their Protoss helmet. I think the look is fantastic. You can't tuck it in like before with the old earmuffs, but it definitely doesn't look like it doesn't belong. I think it looks fantastic. So thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, I don't have an exit. Peace.